So much has happened in episodes 9 through 12 of Under the Queen's Umbrella. And here's my reaction through to it all. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another review on the Review Garden. So in episode 9, we got to see, the boys, the princes, they go start their, competition um to be the crown prince. And you have one of them, Princess Concert Co's kid, who does not want to become, crown prince, and he does not want to continue on the challenge. And he pretty much, comes back home before he even does anything, right? So when he comes back, it was hard for him to come back inside the palace. And his mom came out and was like, you know, um, you're not my son. Like, don't come back until you've qualified to be the crown prince. So the queen finds him, and then brings him inside. And she's like yelling at the queen, "Why'd you bring him inside? He's my son." Da, 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 da. And she pretty much yells at him, like she wishes he was dead or something. And this boy actually went to try to, hang himself in his room. But luckily, the queen found him, and, she took care of him. And this woman comes over here yelling at the queen, and I'm like, you should be happy that the queen found him first, because by the time you went to his room, he would have been dead. But the queen took him in, gave him food, and pretty much, talked to him and made him kind of reconcile with you. So, and when she was mad at the queen, she went to the other consort, Hong, and went and told the boy's secret. And I'm like, you should be worried about your own son, because you almost technically killed him, because he was so distraught. He like he failed so badly that he tried to, commit suicide. So, like that part, it really angered me with how much she wanted her son to become the crown prince, and the boy had like zero interest. He didn't have the, strength or mental power to continue with the crown prince selection. And then in episode 10, the boys are still trying to figure out um, how to win the challenge, whoever needs to win the challenge. And, Prince Yusong, he committed, like, he killed someone. He's not the one that should be, you know, crown prince. And later on, when it's just before that, so we had let's see, so when that boy, the boy who tried to commit suicide, when he got out, there was Signong, which is the queen's son. Then um you had two of the queen's son. You had the son of Consort Co. No, not Co. First senior consort, the one who was supposed to the one who was the first concubine. And then you had the son, Prince Bongum, which is the prince of the court maid. So you had those four. Prince Signum and Bognum completed their challenge by working together. So they both came back together. Um, Prince Usong and the other one, they were supposed to work on bringing the same guy in. So when he tried to tell him that, don't bring him in because he's plotting treason, he went and, told his mom and grandfather the whole situation. So the mom tried to get, put, what's his name? Quisan? The other queen's son. They tried to, you know, kill him by hanging him and leaving a note that, oh, he felt bad about himself because people found out his secret. I'm like, what is wrong with the two of you? The two of you are killers, murderers. Like, you guys should get your head chopped off. Like, and in these in these period pieces, like, it's very possible. Like, so for almost putting the boy in danger, the queen demoted her from first consort to third consort. And in that moment, I was happy with Consort Co because, she's the one who came to the queen and was like, hey, your son's about to be in danger. And, in that moment when the three of them were in the room, I was like, in front of the king, I was like, she better not betray the queen, because the queen was the one who was there for her son when she wasn't, quote, wasn't. So you better not betray the queen. But then they showed you that, she got to the queen first and told her that her son was endangered and that she needed to do something about it. So that left three princes in the running. So we had the son of now the fourth consort, and we have the grand prince, and then we have um Prince Bogum. So then, the queen dowager was like, well, one of you gotta go, in order to go against Prince Signum. So it was between Bogum and Usong. So she pretty much, well, in their mind, she betrayed them and went with Usong. But that was the Queen Dowager's plan all along, to go with Usong, right? So she told Bogum's mom that she had that pretty much Bogum had to withdraw from the competition. And, because originally when she first made her alliance with the Queen Dowager was, she would give up her life or something. But I'm like, you're such a, like, ugh. The queen, though, in her punishment, she was way too easy, but I'm pretty sure she did it because of the prince. But you can't tell me the queen always protected you. You were her, you were in her chambers, like you were her court maid in her chambers. You got to her husband. You went with her husband. You had a child by her husband, and you still ended up. And she was still nice to you. She protected you, and then you went and betrayed her by siding with the queen dowager. Why? Because you thought the Queen Dowager was on your side, only to find out, oh, she wasn't. Like, she pretty much used you and your son to make um the other one higher. But even then, like, that wasn't enough for those idiots. So now we have Ulsong and Prince Segnum as the two that are left, right? So then what happens is Ulsong Ulsong's family, like, they try to show that the queen, that Segnum is not the actual queen's son. So they try to do this thing with the water, and they pretty much mixed the water so that it wouldn't give accurate results. And this whole paternity thing happened because she got pregnant during the time of mourning. Like, that was the big secret. She got pregnant during the time of mourning, but she was already pregnant before that. So they just was like, oh, I'm guessing because during the time of mourning, they don't see each other. So they thought that she got pregnant by someone else, but she was already pregnant before the period of mourning. So therefore, the son is actually, the king's son. But the way, the queen wanted to check to see if he was actually their father, she called all the princes, and they pretty much were checking the back of their ears to see if they had a bump, because that would show paternity and would show that the king is all of their fathers. So all of the princes had that bump, with the exception of Prince Ulsong. And when the Queen Dowager checked that, she was looking at, Ulsong's mom, and Ulsong's mom was like shaking. So I'm like, oh, so this whole time it's your kid who's not the king's son. So this whole time you were like, oh, he's his firstborn. No, in reality, the person who was actually the crown prince was correct, because the previous crown prince is technically his firstborn if your child is not his. And so the person who became the crown prince is Prince Signum. Because he's actually smart, and he actually cares about the people, and he actually spent time with the people. The other one is just a murderer and a idiot. So technically, he doesn't deserve to be crown prince or king of the whole country, you know? And the whole thing with the scholars, because the king chose all the scholars so that they wouldn't be biased, so that they would go by the true, um, by who is actually competent. And then you saw, like, after the queen went in and talked to them, all of them were bribed. I'm like, why? Like, this was, you were supposed to go on honor and integrity, but all of you were compromised. But luckily, the queen was able to go in there and talk some sense into them. So so, you know, that's how they were able to choose the right person to be the crown prince. Then now comes the whole thing with, now that he's the crown prince, he has to get married, and he has to, um, have a child so that they can secure the throne. Um, so the queen dowager has her selection because she wants people on her side that she can persuade. And then the queen was like, okay, now I have to go out and see who who I can sponsor to become the crown princess. So now you see the two of them are like on the queen's side and is working with the queen. So you have Concert Co, and you have, I don't know what her name is, but the one who used to be in her chambers, right? Who used to be the court lady in her chambers. So after she gave her punishment, her punishment was to become the cleaning lady for a couple of days, I think. Yeah, and then after that she was like, okay, you can go back to your position now. Um but yeah. So now those two are helping the queen trying to find a new crown princess. So on their journey to do that, they find the girl that so the war minister's firstborn. Originally, the Queen Dowager was gonna go with the Minister of War's second or third child, but the Queen saw the first child and was like she was impressed by how she conducted herself outside. So she's like, okay, then you should put in your papers to become the crown princess. And she's like, no, because I have somebody that I like. So she had the picture of Prince Signon in her hand, and then the Queen was like, well, I can guarantee you that this guy right here is the you know crown prince. So she decided she wanted to be the crown princess. So the queen kind of like played it so the queen dowager would favor her now too as the crown princess. But the thing that happened is that, you know, Prince Segnum did not participate in the queen's crown princess selection at all. So he's getting word that, oh, it's the queen dowager who's backing her up, like she's loyal to the queen dowager, when that's not really true. It's his mom who went out and got pretty much pushed her to become the crown princess because she saw that they liked each other. Well, she saw that the girl liked him, and she could become a good candidate, right? So the night that they're supposed to consummate the wedding, he just walks out, and that's pretty much how the end of episode 12 came about. Also, with her other son, the one who keeps going to see that girl outside, like instead of competing for the crown prince, he even went with her and they spent the night together. What's her name, Chohol or something like that? And then they did all of that and come to find, I don't know. The end of it is that she came to the palace to say that it was his child. So how long are we supposed to say went how much time went by exactly? Because are we saying that the whole competition was 9 months ago? How long? So because that's the last time they slept together, and her stomach wasn't big when they did sleep together. So they never said how much time went by. So is this supposed to establish the time that went by between when they were competing for the crown prince position and when he got married? So this is interesting. Yeah, because they never said how long she took to become, because they had to train her to become the crown princess. So who knows? Maybe it is his baby. But that's gonna be an interesting thing now, because you just went out and got a baby and you're one of the grand princes. So it's, I don't know, it might look bad. And also, you have the physician who's coming back now to cause some trouble. And I guess so. This is the part that's confusing to me. So, did the guy that originally gave Prince Signum the medicine, like, did he give him the wrong medicine in the beginning? Like, did he always know who he was? That part I'm a little confused about, because it seems like they're working together. The old physician and physician Kwan, they're working together. They're trying to, I'm guessing, commit treason or something against the king. So, so like, who killed the prince, right? Who killed the crown prince? But then, wait, no, the person who gave the poison that actually, no, because originally I thought it was, Concert Kwong who gave something for the crown prince to die, but then she just, in episode 12, when he was like, I'm trying to come back, she was like, what poison did you give the crown prince? So I guess that's the question. It's like, so who actually gave him the poison? So did the the other physician actually know who it was? So I guess those are the things we have to find out in the last 4 episodes of the series. And it's like, who's not going to make it to the end? Because there's a lot of people that have done way too much that I'm like, they need to go bye bye and not make it to the end. Okay? And this wraps up our journey on the Review Garden. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this drama. If you enjoyed this reaction and review, please remember to subscribe for more insightful videos. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps our channel grow. As always, I'm truly grateful for your support and for joining me on this journey on the Review Garden. Until next time, and happy listening. Bye.